We have one more team here, so we might have to do a before and after on this, but we're going to do the Cowboys. Matt, this was both of ours.
Oh, man.
Where do you want to start with the Cowboys? Because I've been asked a lot of Cowboys questions already a couple days here on Radio Row, and I've just kind of been like, yeah, I'm actually kind of optimistic about them now that I've really talked this out. But what about you that you put them on here as well?
I mean, offensively, I don't think there's much to say. Like, bring George Pickens back, like, we're ready to go. You know?
Right.
That's it. Like, you've got that going on
Maybe
there.
day 2 running back.
We'll see if they give Javonte Williams a big deal.
They're rumor too.
They're rumor too for sure. But, I mean, offense is ready-made. You don't have to make a ton of tweaks there. Maybe you look at the tight end position. But regardless, like, I think this is an offense that can get ready to go here. And then defensively, they hire Christian Parker. Rave reviews there. People are really excited about that. And I just think it's nice to see that Dallas, like, went outside of their own phone book, you know, where usually it's, like, very insular. You have Matt Eberflus last year. It's like, well, he was in the building before. And it's like, this is a nice, like, creative young hire as opposed to sort of a retread there. And look, that defense is certainly a full scale. Like, we got to completely start over there. But that's kind of my point about if they're a Seahawks type team where it's not a full, like, hey, we're changing of a quarterback, head coach like the Seahawks were, or offensive coordinator, but it's more so on the other side of the ball where we're fully restarting there. And if that works, I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl next year. I believe that was your thing last season.
Did I say that?
You said Final Four.
You said Final Four.
I wasn't even close to either one.
It was on this show that we're doing. This
I know.
Super Bowl week.
When I saw that, I was like, I didn't say anything about the Cowboys this time. Thank God.
We got it right.
One of us, shout out to me, said Jackson Smith-Njigba was going to lead the league in receiving yards and that the Panthers would win the NFC South. So shout out to me.
I won't talk about mine.
But anyways, point of that is if they are going to be that Seahawks level team, they're going to make a big jump there. I think it will start as a full-scale turnover on defense, and I already kind of like the direction that they're taking with the coordinator hire.
No, there's a lot about this Cowboys team. I think the offense could go supernova. Brian Schottenheimer showed so much to me already. Clayton Adams, that pairing has showed so much already. And I don't even think it was the final form. You know, I think we're still in Charmander. And then we see Charizard soon. Like, I think that is what I'm encouraged about. I think obviously Pickens is coming back. Like, they're batting eyes at him. I said day 2 running back. They don't have a day 2 pick. They got the 2 first-rounders and then day 3 picks.
Yeah, 2 first-rounders, that's...
So they got 12, 20.
2 defenders.
Yeah, and that's the thing why I actually am more optimistic about it is that what they need as far as instant impact starters in the first round, at what positions, which is linebacker, which they've needed since Leighton Vander Esch, but then also corners, another edge rusher. Like, they have the means to address it. They pick 12, pick 20. All right, in this draft class, that's exactly where those positions are going. Like, they have an answer there. I could see them go linebacker or corner at 12, linebacker or corner at 20. But then they'll pick 112.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time. And I don't know if Jerry's going to want to sit on his hands that long, but we'll see. But no, I think the Javonte Williams, bringing him back is good. I want to just see it maybe just cranked up even more. I think that's where I'm like, give me to the firework factory. But he's still, he was so much better this year. It helps with having that O-line and everything that makes it kind of just, very positive anyways. And also NFC East.
That was another part of it.
Wide open.
Too. Yeah.
Eagles, look at the Eagles. They're just like, the Sean Mannion hire can go any which way, but that was on OC interview 12.
Right.
And then you got guys like Lane Johnson facing a tail into his career. Like, it just feels like a crossroads.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, who knows what goes on with him. Yeah. Saquon Barkley did look slower last year. It wasn't as explosive. The O-line took a step back. And I think defensively they're good, but, they still need some stuff there.
Yeah.
So, but also Commanders retooling completely, hiring unknowns. Their OC is a guy that's been an assistant QB coach for 2 years. That was my role. So that's a big That's a big jump. I took a little hiatus. But on top of it, it's that, and then the Giants. I think no one is really expecting that huge jump. They're going to be better, but just a little bit different from that. But any closing thoughts on the Cowboys?
I hate the future because I never would have projected that last year I would end up a Jerry Jones defender. Yeah. Because the one thing that Jerry has on most owners that are in that class right now is he knows football. Like, he actually does know what's going on, like, on the field. So when he's kind of making these moves, one of the what's helped the Cowboys, like, over this run where they've been, like, the media superstars is they're never bad, right? Like, they're always relevant in a way where they're playoff worthy, which is not something that basically most other franchises can say. So, when the Micah Parsons trade went through, it's like, I don't think Jerry quite had sound process there, but he did kind of back his way into a promising situation, because I think it's a legitimate question. And this is not like Micah Parsons' injury hindsight. Like, if I could have Quinnen Williams and an extra first-round pick, or just Micah Parsons, like, that's actually a discussion. Yeah. And then if you start thinking about like the auxiliary pieces that were around that too, like, if I could have Quinnen Williams, George Pickens, and an extra first-round pick, or Micah Parsons, now like we're really like thinking about something. So the fact that
spokesman over here for the Dallas.
I know it's
Jerry guy
it's
over here.
horrible. Like, it's horrible because it's not right. It's not right.
It's not right.
Not in February. I shouldn't be saying stuff like this. But I do think like he's put them in a good spot, because even last year after they get Quinnen Williams, and the defense still sucks. Like, it did suck, but the defensive line was good.
Yes, defense was better.
Yeah, like, because when
Raku was nice.
yes,
they had some moments.
because it's like when you put it's like the defensive line. It's kind of like basketball, right? Like, if you go put a LeBron or KD, like that kind of force in the middle of your basketball team, everyone else gets better automatically. So now, like, Kenny Clark becomes your DT2. The other guy, OC, he gets to be like just a pass rush specialist, or your DT3. Now, as a Raku, he gets the double teams on Quinn in the middle, while the D tackles are also benefiting off this. So everyone wins when you add someone like that. Now it just goes to show you how bad their coverage unit was, that they still couldn't get anywhere with Quinnen Williams as their defensive tackle.
You heard it, Football 301. It's a Cowboys show.
Oh boy.
Look at that. Look at that. Cowboys show in 2026. But